Hello, this is the lecture number 14 for the chapter integration, and we're discussing the integration by parts, and we have done up to question number 10 of exercise 5. So question number 11, it is x cos inverse x upon under root 1 minus x square with respect to x. So you can let cos inverse x is equal to t because the derivative is given in the denominator. So cos inverse x is equal to t, so x is equal to cos theta, so dx upon d theta is equal to minus sin theta, and sin theta will be equal to under root 1 minus cos square theta, so it will become under root 1 minus x square. You know the trigonometry like this also. If cos theta is equal to x, then sin theta is equal to under root 1 minus x square. So replace the value of theta dx, which is equal to minus sin theta d theta. You have let it equal to theta, and this x will be equal to cos theta. So arrange it very carefully. So it is how much sin theta will be cancelled. Sin theta, the theta cos theta is remaining. Integral by parts. It is algebraic and trigonometric. The first and second function. The first function as it is, integration of cos is sin theta minus derivative of theta is 1, and multiply with the integration of second function, which is equal to sin theta. It is equal to integral of sin theta, which is equal to minus cos theta. So it will be plus cos theta plus c. Replace the value of theta, which is cos inverse x. Replace the value of sin theta, which is equal to under root 1 minus x square. Cos theta is x plus c. In question number 12, we have x sec square theta. So algebraic and trigonometric first and second function. The first function as it is, integration of sec square theta is equal to 10 minus derivative of first, that is derivative of x is 1, and into integration of second function, which is 10. So you have to find the integral of 10x, which is log sec x. So it is an easy question. Now after that we have a special type of integral. You don't know, you know the derivative of log x, but we have not done the integral of log x, or we have not done the integral of inverse trigonometric function, that is sin inverse x, sin inverse x, या cos inverse x, या tan inverse x. So I am taking this integration of log x. So how you have to integrate log x? You multiply it by 1. So 1 into log x. So this is algebraic, that is you take it second and log x will be first. Now integrate by parts. The first function as it is, integration of 1 is x minus derivative of log x is 1 upon x, which is the derivative of the first function, into the integral of second, which is x. Cancel out, only you have to integrate 1, which is equal to x, and this is the integration of log x, which is x log x minus 1. Okay, so this is the integral of log x. Similarly, you have to find the integral of just tan inverse x, या cos inverse x, या sin inverse x. You have to multiply it by 1 and integrate by parts. So question number 13, we have tan inverse x, so multiply it with 1. So this is algebraic and inverse, so you have to take inverse trigonometric function as the first function, and this algebraic function as the second. So using by parts, integrate by part. First function as it is, that is tan inverse x, differentiation integral of second, which is x, integral of 1 is x minus derivative of tan inverse x, which is 1 upon plus x square, into integral of the second function, which is x. So minus half x upon 1 plus x square. You know how to integrate this. You can let 1 plus x square is equal to t, and dt upon dx. When you put, the x will be cancelled out and 1 upon t will be there. And its integral is log t, and replace the value of t, which is 1 plus x square. So like this, you can integrate inverse trigonometric function, multiply it with 1 and integral by part, let it equal to the first function. This is the easy question. X log x ka whole square. So logarithm function you have to take it first, and algebraic function you have to take second. So first function as it is, integration of x, which is x square upon 2 minus derivative of the first. Be very careful, it is log x ka whole square. So you know how to differentiate it. Derivative of power, which is 2 log x, multiply by the derivative of log x, which is 1 upon x, into integral of second, which is x square upon 2. You take your own space to find the derivative of log x ka whole square, which is 2 log x into 1 upon x. Cancel out. So it is only x log x, which can be integrated by parts. Log x the first function, x is the second function. Taking care of this negative sign, you can put the square bracket. The first function as it is, integration of x, which is x square upon 2 minus derivative of the first, which is 1 upon x, into integral of second, which is x square upon 2. And x will be cancelled out with x. So you have to integrate only x, which is x square upon 2, and half is already there. Open the bracket, taking care of this negative sign. Again, we have algebraic and logarithmic. So logarithmic function first, algebraic as second. So first function as it is, integration of second, which is x cube upon 3 plus x, minus derivative of the first, which is 1 upon x, multiply by the integration of second, which is x cube upon 3 plus x. Multiply and open the bracket. You have to integrate x square, which is x cube upon 3, integrate 1, which is whose integral is x, taking care of the negative sign. This will be negative, this also negative, plus c. Now after that, question number 16 onwards, we have to use the property of integration by part, which we have done. E raised to power x, if we have e raised to power x into fx plus f dash x, that integral is e raised to power x into fx plus c. So see it very carefully, it is e raised to power x, fx plus f dash x, it is fx, it is f dash x. So its integral is e की power x fx, that is e raised to power x sin x. Similarly here, e की power x 1 upon x minus 1 upon x square. So this is fx, its derivative is minus 1 upon x square. So it will be e raised to power x into fx, which is equal to 1 upon x plus c. We have used this property by parts. These questions are direct questions because you don't have to arrange, but in question number 18, you have to arrange it to convert into this form, which is 1 plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x. So 1 upon 1 plus cos x, sin x upon 1 plus cos x. 1 plus cos x का formula you know it is 2 cos square x by 2. Sin x का formula you know it, 2 cos sin x by 2, cos x by 2. 1 plus cos x you know it, 2 cos square x by 2. So 1 upon cos square is sec square x by 2. 2 से 2 cancel, sin x cos x by 2 cancel, or the cos x by 2, it will be sin x by 2 upon cos x by 2, which is equal to 10x by 2. So you make it first, this is second, 10x by 2 plus half sec square x by 2. Now because the derivative of 10x by 2 is sec square x by 2 upon 2, so this is fx, this is f dash x, so its integral is e की power x into fx. This is fx, its derivative this 10x by 2 derivative is sec square x by 2 into half. So be very careful. So this is the question based on in property of integration by parts. In the first 16 or 17 question, the direct formula is being used, but in next question you have to arrange it as in question number 17. Again, whenever we have a integral e की power x containing and it is being multiplied with some function, most probably it will be question based on the property of integration by parts. So in question number 17, x e की power x upon 1 plus x square with respect to x. So what I have done for x, I have added 1 and subtracted 1. 1 plus x minus 1. E की power x as it is. So 1 plus x upon 1 plus x का whole square minus 1 upon 1 plus x का whole square. So 1 plus x upon 1 plus x का whole square will be equal to 1 upon 1 plus x and minus 1 upon 1 plus x whole square. And you must know that the derivative of 1 plus x is minus 1 upon 1 plus x का whole square. Because the derivative of 1 plus x is, derivative of 1 upon x is minus 1 upon x square. So 1 upon 1 plus x derivative is minus 1 upon 1 plus x square. 1 plus x का whole square. So its property of integration by parts, e की power fx plus f dash x is equal to e की power x into fx. Kuch arrangement we have done it here. Similarly in question number 20, most probably will use the property of integration by part. We have x minus 3 here, so you can write it as minus x minus 1 minus 2 because we have x minus 1 whole cube. Separated x minus 1 upon x minus 1 का whole cube will be equal to 1 upon x minus 1 का whole square and minus 2 upon x minus 1 का whole cube. And the derivative of 1 upon x minus 1 का whole square is equal to minus 2 upon x minus 1 का whole cube. If you don't know the derivative of 1 upon x minus 1 whole square, you find the derivative of this in the rough column. You will see that the derivative of 1 upon x minus 1 ka whole square will be minus 2 upon x minus 1 ka whole cube. So it is a formula of e की power x fx plus f dash x. So it is equal to e की power x into 1 upon x minus 1 ka whole square, because the derivative of 1 upon x minus 1 ka whole square is equal to this. So that is why. So these are questions based on the property of integration by parts. Now the question number 21 is slightly different. You have to integrate e की power 2x and 2 sin x. Whenever we have the product of e की power x with sin x and cos x, after 2 or 3 steps it will repeat again. So let it equal to I e की power 2x into sin x. So sin x first function, e की power 2x is the second. So first function as it is, integration of e की power 2x will be e की power 2x upon 2 minus derivative of the first function will be cos x into integral of second, which is e की power 2x upon 2. So arrange it half. Again it is e की power 2x into cos x. Again you have to integrate by parts. So first function, second function. So taking care of this minus half common in the bracket. So first function as it is, integration of e की power 2x will be e की power 2x upon half minus derivative of the first, which is minus sin x, into integration of e की power 2x will be e की power 2x upon half. Arrange these terms very carefully. Be careful. Multiply this by this will be 1 upon 4 cos x e की power 2x. This into this will be minus minus minus, half into half 1 upon 4 e की power 2x into sin x. That it is repeated again like this. It is repeated again. So in place of this integral you can put I. So be very careful this. It is repeated again. So repeat it equal to, put it equal to I. Left is also I. Take this 1 upon 4i to the left hand side. It will become 5i upon 4. And these term as it is, take this 4 to the right hand side and 5 to the right hand side. So this is the integral of this. Now 22 is sin inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square. If you let x is equal to tan theta, it will be formula of sin 2 theta. And if you replace the value of d theta, you will get the integration by part. But if you see it very carefully, it is, you have done the inverse trigonometric function. It is a formula of 2 tan inverse x. So in place of this, you can write 2 tan inverse x. And multiply with 1 and integrate by parts as we have done already in the previous question of this exercise. Multiply by 1 and integral by parts. In question number 23, you let x cube as t, then x square will be cancelled out. When we put the value of dx, so it will be e की power t only. When you put x cube is equal to 2, this x square will be cancelled. It will be only e raised to power t with respect to t, and e raised to power t integration is e to power t. Question number 24, it is e raised to power x into sec x 1 plus tan x. If you open this bracket, it will be sec x plus sec x into tan x. And it is a property of integration by part, e की power x fx plus f dash x. It is derivative of this is sec x into tan x. So it will be equal to e की power x sec x plus c, because derivative of sec x is sec x into tan x. And we know this property that e की power x fx plus f dash x is equal to e की power x into fx plus c. So this is the completion of the integration by parts, and we'll discuss in the next lecture the next topic. Thank you.